So guys, listen, my job is real simple tonight, no matter where you're dialed in from around the world. And I heard, people in Europe, people in Africa, Australia, New Zealand. I was getting excited. People in Asia are here as well. People in North, South, and Central America. Wherever you are from around the world, welcome, welcome, welcome. I just want to do a quick webinar for you because we're in the middle of a pre-launch here. And I know there's a lot of buzz out there. People are exciting. We actually put a video out maybe about 10 days ago. It's already had, as of 3 days ago, it had 60,000 views. So I'm sure that's going up through the roof. I know we actually opened up maybe about 10 days ago as well, a free pre-registration mode. And I think last time I checked, there were about 45,000 people already pre-registered. And I'm sure that's probably gone up dramatically since the last time I checked. And I'll say a lot of people are wondering, what is all the buzz about? What is Bitlocity? What does it do? What's all this stuff about Bitcoin? Why are you guys so focused on Bitcoin accumulation? How can I participate? So I want to answer some of those basic questions for you tonight, enough for you to probably be able to say, you know what, this looks like something that could be worth my time. As we get to the top of 2021, this may be somewhere I want to place some real focus because this could be that game changer that I was looking for, not just in the short term, but in the midterm and the long term as well. Because as you're going to see, we've set ourselves up to be here for a generation to come. So let me get started. And as you were going through this, if you have any questions, write them down, get back to the person who invited you, and they can either get them answered for you, they can refer someone who can get them answered for you, and then you can make an informed business decision moving forward. So I think it all starts with the blockchain. And, a oversimplified definition of the blockchain is a decentralized distributed ledger that records the ownership and authenticity of a digital asset. It's secure, it's transparent, and it is proven to be unhackable. And when I talk to people about that on the basis of it, they say, well, okay, that sounds cool. Don't really understand exactly what it is, but it sounds cool. But I think what they're missing is just how much this is going to change our world. Just about every single industry that you can think of right now is going to be impacted by the blockchain just over the next decade as a beginning, and then going to be completely different than what it is today going forward. And that's going to be a big, big deal. And a friend of mine who's actually on this webinar, a lot of people, I've asked them to really explain like the blockchain and how it works versus cryptocurrency and things of that nature. And he gave me the best definition that I'd ever heard. And I figured I would include it in this webinar. He said cryptocurrency is to the blockchain in terms of technology what email is to the internet. Where right now, only 59% of the people in the entire world right now have access to the internet. I know everybody on here finds that hard to believe because obviously you have access to the internet because you're on this webinar. But still, only 59% of the people in the world have access to the internet. But of those people who have access, with all of the amazing things that the internet can do, with social media, with marketing, with all these things, the vast majority, probably 80% or better of the people who use the internet, they just use it to check and send emails. That's it. That's it, right? Cryptocurrency, that's what it is to the blockchain. Most people, even people on this webinar, they know about crypto. They're excited about crypto. But guys, I'm telling you, if this is crypto right here, this is the blockchain. It's that huge, huge majority piece of the iceberg that is below the surface that you can't see, but this is where all the weight is. And because of that, this is what you need to understand. If you can really, really understand how powerful blockchain technology is, you're going to understand why it was so important for us to develop and create Bitlocity, because we wanted to talk about the wave of wealth that was coming. In fact, what we looked at was simply this, a simple fact. Blockchain technology is forecasted to add 1.76 trillion with a T, guys, $1.76 trillion to the global GDP over the next 10 years, 1.76 trillion. In that 1.76 trillion, there's going to be this huge, huge wave of new millionaires and new billionaires that are going to be created. But one of the things we were concerned about here, the people who came up with the idea to put together Bitlocity, one of the things we're really concerned about was that, listen, at the end of the day, most people in the world would not be in position to capitalize on that coming tsunami of wealth. They just wouldn't recognize it. They wouldn't know what to do. And even if they recognize some of the opportunities, they would not have the capital to be able to engage and really participate in them, to be able to build true wealth for themselves, for their families, and for their communities. So we put together Bitlocity, and we put it together to provide two critical platforms. Platform number one, a world-class educational platform that will prepare you to recognize and understand these future blockchain opportunities before the masses. And then platform number 2, the premier peer-to-peer crowdfunding platform developed to provide you with the capital that you would need to engage in those opportunities. After all, we know that only with the right knowledge and with the right level of personal capital will you ever truly be prepared to move at the speed of success. And you're going to hear that from us a lot in our marketing materials, talking about moving at the speed of success, because in this new digital world, things are moving so quickly, you can't be a slow mover. You need both the knowledge and the money. I've heard that knowledge is power. It's not true. Applied knowledge is power. And in this case, the only way you're going to be able to apply your knowledge is if you have the capital to go out and actually get into the application. So we start off with Bitlocity Academy, an online video training platform that is going to basically allow you right from the comfort of your own home or off the comfort of your own phone, right, be able to participate in a high level, detail by detail educational platform to educate you very quickly about what is blockchain, how is it going to change the world? What is cryptocurrency? Why is it here to stay? What is crypto mining? What is crypto trading? These are some of the basic topics. And then it just goes more and more advanced as you advance through our platform. I'm going to show you how you advance here just in a moment or so. But as you advance, you open up new vaults of information, new vaults of training that literally prepare you to move at the speed of success so you can recognize those opportunities. So when someone asks you, hey, what is Bitlocity? Hey, it's a digital educational technology platform with the stated mission to educate, enhance, and enrich our worldwide community about disruptive blockchain technology. Now, when we get to the second half of this webinar and we start talking about the different levels that you can upgrade to, understand this: with every Bitlocity package upgrade, you'll receive a specific course to educate you on how to monetize the crypto and blockchain world. So that's that. Now, the other big question I get a lot: why Bitcoin? Okay, guys, why are you so focused on Bitcoin? Everybody's telling me about Bitlocity and this focus on Bitcoin accumulation. What is that all about? Well, think about it for a second here. When we think about money and how people have exchanged goods and services and how they've been compensated, we've literally advanced from bartering to gold to metal coins to paper money to credit, and now to cryptocurrency. And most people still right now, even some of the people on this webinar right now, you're probably still stuck in these two right here. Maybe you haven't really made the transition to crypto. You don't quite understand it. You're still too focused on not having enough of the paper money or actually being too deep in debt with the credit money, right? And you still haven't understood cryptocurrency. But I'll tell you, if you understood cryptocurrency just a little bit, you would understand that Bitcoin, that is it. That is the pinnacle of all cryptocurrency right now, because it's the most stable and it's the one that is rocketing and skyrocketing in value. In fact, every time that someone compensates you with Bitcoin, it's like being paid with a little digital Picasso painting, right? Because if somebody owes you a certain amount of money today and they gave you a Picasso painting that was worth that amount of money today, you'd be excited because you know that in all likelihood, that Picasso painting is going to be worth a whole lot more money a year from now, 5 years from now. So they are in essence giving you an asset, not something that is going to depreciate. That's what I think about when I think about Bitcoin. And I'll tell you this, guys, if you want to see the real proof of that, let's just look back in time just a little bit. Let's say we could go back just 10 years to 2010 and you had $500. That's it. Not a lot of money, but just $500. And you wanted to be responsible. Instead of going out and blowing that 500, you wanted to put it somewhere where it was going to basically increase in value. Well, let's look at some options. You could have put it into gold. If you did that, 10 years later today, it will be worth $650. So a 30% return, 30% increase in value. That's better than if you had spent that 500 or put it under your pillow. I promise you that. You would not have made 30% underneath your mattress. Wouldn't have done that. Well, if you said, hey, let's go, what about the stock market? I know people are doing stuff on the stock market. I'll put my $500 there and see what happens. Well, based off of the S&P 500 returns over the past 10 years, you would actually ended up with $1,850, way better than with gold, right? Almost, a little bit more, about 3 times the amount. So that's impressive. But if you would have heard about Bitcoin, and if you would have been, I don't know, wise enough, intelligent enough to see where it was going, guys, think about this for a moment. Back in 2010, one Bitcoin was worth 0.003, right? So that's 0.3 of a penny. Wasn't even worth a penny. 0.3 of a penny. And as you can see, it started to grow and grow and grow and grow. And then in December of this year, it went to over $19,000. In fact, just a few days ago, it was over $24,000 for one Bitcoin, which is unbelievable, right? So listen to that. When we made this graphic, we said 19,000, but from 1/3 of a penny in 2010 to over 19,000 in 2020. And just at that $19,000 valuation, for those of you who can't do the math in your head, if you had taken and bought $500 worth of Bitcoin back in 2010 at that rate, and then actually sold it today in December, over $3.1 billion, billion with a B, okay? $1 billion. So the greatest and highest appreciating asset probably in the history of the world. And a lot of people didn't even know that it existed. A lot of people today still, they hear about it, but they don't understand it. And as a result of not understanding it, they're sitting on the sidelines. They're not playing. They're not accumulating it. And the value of it is just going up and up and up. And they're missing out. And I'm telling you, they're missing out. However, if you think that you missed out, think again, because the same people who predicted that Bitcoin would go over $20,000 by December 2020, those same people are now saying that, you know, hey, the idea of it hitting $200,000 by December 2021, that's now conservative. Now they believe it could go as high as $300,000 per coin by December of 2021. So 1 year from now, something that's worth around $20,000 a coin could be worth $300,000 per coin. Now, on top of that, take a look at what's going on around the world now. Bitcoin is going mainstream. PayPal is now setting up to accept Bitcoin. Microsoft can accept it. AT&T, MasterCard, BMW. Guys, and on top of that, all of these companies are going out the banking industry, and they're putting these Bitcoin ATMs all over the world. Major cities, retail stores, they're putting them in airports. They're putting together a multi-billion-dollar infrastructure, not because they think Bitcoin is a fad and it's going away. It's because they finally realize that this is the people's money, and this is going to be the way the transactions are going to happen financially across the world for decades and decades and decades to come. And guess what? They want to be in the game. They want to get a piece, okay? So all of the big boys, all of the people who know, they're in the Bitcoin accumulation business. And what we're saying to you is you should be thinking about that as well. So that brings us to the second piece of what we put together here when we put together Bitlocity. I talked about, you know, Bitlocity Academy, but we also put together the best peer-to-peer crowdfunding platform, we believe, on the entire planet. Look at this. We wanted to do this. We wanted to do something for the little guy. We also wanted to do something that would provide maximum leverage for the masses, and we wanted to do something for the leaders. And what's interesting is most people, when they're putting together a company, they try to do one of these things, and some of them fail even doing one of these things. We wanted to do all three. We knew that was aggressive, but again, we wanted to put together something that no one had ever seen before, and we wanted to put together something that would pretty much guarantee that there'd be no competition in the marketplace forever. We'd be the company that everyone wanted to copy because they'd never seen anything like what we put together, which is all the feedback that we're getting from people right now. So let's go in and we're going to talk about how this actual compensation plan, this crowdfunding platform actually works. But I want to be clear here because I want to make sure that everything we're doing is legal. So I want to tell you this. The following presentation is for education purposes only. The information shared in the following presentation should not be considered as financial advice. We are not financial advisors. If anyone here is a financial advisor and they're giving you advice about what's happening here in Bitlocity, they're not giving you advice as a financial advisor for Bitlocity, just to be clear. As an independent business member of Bitlocity, we're simply sharing our personal experiences regarding this unique opportunity. The historical performance of members in the company has had will not be indicative of future results. There's no guarantee that you're going to get the same benefits. And here's the big one. And I just want to make sure this is clear because I heard some stuff circulating around the internet. And if you didn't hear it from me, I'm telling you right now, it's not true. But listen to me when I say this. Bitlocity is not an investment platform, nor does it sell or market securities. Guys, get that out of your mouth. If you're saying that, stop saying it. You're going to get yourself in trouble. You're not going to get us in trouble because right in our own webinar, we're saying that that's not who we are, but you're going to get yourself in trouble. It's simply a platform designed to empower people in the crypto markets. And all the examples that we're showing you here, that purely educate you about the power of the Bitlocity compensation plan and should not be interpreted as guarantees of earnings. So hopefully, again, you can snapshot that. You can read it over and over again until your eyes bleed. But I want to make sure that nobody out there thinks that we're posturing ourselves to being something that we're not. Now, let me tell you what we are. We are a company that has an incredible platform that we've developed. We have 14 different options of ranks that you can actually get started at. You can actually start at the lowest rank of bronze for $25, or you can go all the way up to the top rank of Crown Ambassador for $100,000. All of these are in US dollar Bitcoin amount. So $25 of Bitcoin or $100,000 of Bitcoin at the very top level. At the end of the day, you can buy as many of these upgraded packages as you want. You only have to buy them once. Once you've bought it one time, you own it forever. That's a big deal. I want you to understand that there are no rebuys of existing packages. You purchase them once, you own them forever. The other thing I want you to understand is every single time that you open up one of these packages, it's going to give you some incredible leverage within the compensation structure for our peer-to-peer crowdfunding initiative that I'm going to share with you here in a moment. But also every single time you're opening up one, you are giving yourself access to more education on our educational platform so you can become more and more knowledgeable about what's happening out there with blockchain technology, so you are more and more prepared to capitalize as you see these things unfolding in the marketplace. Now, there is a annual $25 yearly membership, and our whole goal here, guys, and again, we're still in pre-launch, but it's so interesting how many webinars we've been a part of, how many companies are coming to partner with us because they love what we're doing and love what we're doing for communities of people around the world, and they want to just do all these things to add extra value to our membership. So opening up with the membership, $25, you're going to get a free Bitlocity mobile app, can allow you to walk around with your business on your phone. That's going to be included in the price of that $25 membership. But what you're going to start to see as we get closer and closer to launch, you're going to see more and more things that we're including there in that $25 membership just to give you more and more value. So it's pretty powerful what we have happening here. Now, let's start off by talking about the different aspects of our compensation plan. And I'm going to start off by talking about this thing called the Infinity line for the $25 and $50 levels. I know a lot of people have heard about this. It's probably why you're in this webinar, because people are like, you're not going to believe how cool this Infinity line thing is. You can just get in and be in position. So let me talk to you a little bit about the Infinity line, and then we'll move on to the other aspects of the compensation plan. So listen, the Infinity line is one global Infinity line, straight line compensation system, just one straight line. It has nothing to do with who you recruited or who you were recruited by or who referred you, who you referred by, who's on whose team. Doesn't matter what country, what state, it doesn't matter, okay? Only thing that matters in this global Infinity line is simply the time stamp. The exact moment when you got started, that's the only thing that matters, okay? And we're going to use this Infinity line concept for both our $25 package and our $50 package. So I'm only showing you the $25 package example here, but it works exactly the same way for the $50 package. So here's you. The reason why you're here is because of the timestamp. You got started at 12:01 a.m. and 3/4 of a second. Boom, you dropped in right here. This person started a micro quarter of a second later. They dropped in behind you, and so on and so on. And just one Infinity line. These people could be from the other side of the planet. Probably will be. You've probably never met them before. May never meet them. Might not speak the same language. It's all okay. Don't worry about it, okay? What's going to happen here is purely going to be dictated by the algorithms in our computer system, and it's going to make this happen for you time and time again. So here's how it works. You drop in here in the $25 Infinity line. These people are dropping in behind you with their $25 Bitcoin payments that they've actually paid to get this package level. The algorithm is going to determine that from behind you, you're going to receive a payment from two of the people behind you. So 25 and 25 coming from two of the people behind you. One of those $25 contributions is going to go directly to your wallet. One of those $25 contributions is going to go directly to your wallet. The other $25 contribution is going to actually pay your way back in to the back of the line. So you circle around back to the back of the line with a whole new $25 contribution that you've actually received, and now you can put back into the line. So right at that point, if you think about it, you actually contributed $25 to get into this line. You actually received these two $25 contributions. One went to your wallet right away. You were made whole. The other one actually allowed you to buy back into the line instantaneously. This is all happening instantaneously and on a timestamp basis. And now, guess what? As more and more people are being added in and contributing $25, you're able to circle back again and again, each time earning $25 over and over and over and over and over again with no limitation. By the way, same thing happens in our $50 infinity line. This is how we treat those first two lines, $25 and $50, both governed by the global infinity line part of our compensation plan. So again, one global straight line system. Doesn't matter who you recruited, if you recruited, doesn't matter, right? Position is determined only by timestamp, not because we like you, not because of what country you're from, doesn't matter. Unlimited $25 and $50 payments forever, right? And no recruiting required to get paid. Did you notice that I didn't say that? I didn't say, well, you have to go off and tell at least one or two people. No, you could actually make this happen just by being in position over and over and over and over and over again. No recruiting required to actually benefit here. You are going to want to recruit. I'm going to show you the other parts of our compensation plan, but this is powerful. Again, another good friend of mine on here right now, he said it perfectly. He said, listen, these $25 and these $50 payments in a time right now, where a lot of people are food insecure. They don't know what's going to happen. They're not able to keep down a job because of what's happening in communities all around the world. That could be the difference between gas and groceries, right? Be the difference between, being able to pay your rent or not being able to pay your rent in some places around the world. This is a big difference maker. And this is something that we wanted to do for the little guy, the person who says, hey, listen, I don't know how to recruit, but I need a chance. I just need a chance to be able to do something right now. Can you give me a chance? We can give you a chance with the Global Infinity Line. Now, the next part of our compensation plan is the dual-sided maximum leverage plan. This is amazing. And this is going to happen from the $75 level going all the way up to the $100,000 level. And this is pretty incredible. And the dual-sided plan, hey, it has two sides. So on the left, we got our leverage builder unilevel. And on the right, we got our 1x3 speed matrix. Now, I understand some of you are not from this industry. Some of you, for the first time, you're hearing these terms. We're throwing them at you. You start talking unilevel matrix. You don't get it. That's okay. So I'm going to take it slow. I'm going to explain each one of these to you so you can understand it, because I want to make sure that you're not getting off here with questions. You're getting off here with answers and solutions. So let's start with the leverage builder unilevel for you so you can get that. Okay, a unilevel, here's what it is. A unilevel is your position with all of your personal referrals placed frontline. So if you talk to 5 people, it's you and then 5 people right underneath you, right? Straight across. If you talk to 500 people, it's you and then 500 people straight across underneath you, right? Doesn't matter. Unlimited width, whether you actually recruit 1 person or 10,000, all of frontline to you. They're not being stacked on top of each other. Now, all the contributions in your unilevel are yours to keep. I'm going to say that again. All of the contributions in the unilevel are yours to keep. This is regardless of how large the contribution is or what package level you are. Okay. So I know a lot of people, if you're not from this industry, you're just like, oh, that's cool. If you're from this industry, you can't believe what I just said, and that's okay. I'm going to show it to you graphically just so you know I didn't make a mistake. The only exception we have are that your 3rd and 10th referrals, their unilevel contributions will pass up to your sponsor. Now, contributions pass up, not people, and you should be excited about their 3rd and 10th, the 3rd and 10th referrals having their unilevel contributions pass up to your sponsor. You're probably wondering, why would you be excited about that? Well, this is why, because the contributions from all of your personal recruits, 3rd and 10th referrals, will pass up to you. That's the maximum leverage aspect of the leverage builder unilevel. Let me show you what that looks like here graphically. So this is you. And let's just say that you went out and you actually found 10 people, because that allows us to show all the aspects. So remember, this is your first, second, your third. Remember, the contributions coming from your 3rd and your 10th referrals, they're going to pass up to your sponsor. So that will go up to your sponsor, not the person. Just the contributions in the unilevel. This is your 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. And then your 10th, once again, that's passing up to your sponsor. Now, you might say, okay, well, why should I be excited about that? Well, remember, you're passing up their contributions, not the people. So these are still your referrals, still your people. And all of these people, all 10 of them, right? Guess what? They're going to eventually have a third and 10th referral, third and 10th referral. So you're passing up these two, but you're getting all 20 of these, right? That is the maximum leverage part. Okay, remember, and here's the other thing. After your third and 10th, you never have any other pass ups. So if you go off and you find 50 or 100 or 500 or 1,000 referrals, you're never going to have any more pass ups. But every single one of those referrals you have, all of their unilevel contributions are coming to you, and all of their third and 10th referrals unilevel contributions are coming to you. So you're just leveraging on top of leverage on top of leverage. You've got Bitcoin going into your wallet at hyper velocity. Now, the unique speed matrix, let's cover that, the right side of that dual matrix. Okay, so here we go with the matrix, the 1x3 speed matrix. The matrix is your position with 3 open positions front line. So I'm going to show it to you graphically. Don't worry about it. Contributions in the first 2 positions are paid to you instantly. Contributions in the third position will pass up to your sponsor. We already figured out we like pass ups, right? And cycle you. And this means you will open a brand new matrix at the same level with 3 brand new open positions. So you get to do it over and over again. Now, each package that you purchase from $75 through the $100,000 package will give you a matrix at that level. And again, if you're trying to follow all this, I'm going to show it to you all graphically here in a moment. You can purchase as many packages at a time as you want, but they must be purchased in order. What does that mean? It means if you want to go to the $75 level, you can't just come and pay $75 in Bitcoin. You have to pay $25 for the $25 level, $50 for the $50 level, and then $75 for the $75 level. And now you have all 3 of those packages, okay? You cannot just jump up to a higher package. You have to purchase them in order. That's what that means. And now you can only receive contributions from the levels that you have already purchased. That's a big deal. And if you understand that, you're going to understand people's strategy of why they want to keep going in and upgrading to higher levels. More education, more leverage in the compensation plan. And all the pass ups from your personal referrals matrices will go to you as long as you are qualified at that package level. So again, another reason why you want to stay ahead, why you want to keep upgrading, is because those third pass ups that are happening from all the matrices below you, you want to make sure they're coming to you and they're not passing you by. So let's take a look at this graphically and see what this looks like. First of all, this is a matrix. All we're saying is that first position, contributions there are paid to you. Second position, contributions there are paid to you. Third position, contributions there are going to pass up to your sponsor, and it cycles you. Okay. And remember, if that goes up to your sponsor, it means all of the matrices underneath of you, their thirds are all being passed up to you. So that's a big deal. You're getting maximum leverage again, even in this 1x3 speed matrix. So listen, every rank is a separate 1x3 speed matrix starting at the $75 contribution. So let's say that you decided you wanted to actually get started here in Bitlocity, and you wanted to go up to the amber level, okay, the $500 amber level. So you would then go and you would purchase all of these packages, the bronze, silver, gold, platinum, pearl, and amber, and you would now be up to the amber level. You purchase all those packages. Now check this out. The first 2, the bronze and the silver, remember, that's the $25 and $50. Those are governed by the global infinity line. There's no matrices attached to them, just global infinity line. But the gold, platinum, pearl, and amber, well, they all have their own matrix. So now all of a sudden you'd have a gold matrix, a platinum matrix, a pearl matrix, an amber matrix. This is all actually coded, and it's all happening in your back office. You don't have to keep track of it on a piece of paper or try to actually do it through an app on your phone or call your, no, you don't have to do any of that. It's all happening instantaneously in your back office. And what's cool about it is now you know that any of your referrals that are coming in through bronze, silver, gold, platinum, pearl, or amber, you are in position to actually earn from those contributions as they fall into these different positions within your different matrices. So you are ahead of your team and you're in position to be able to earn from them. Now, if somebody came at the ruby level, well, that would be a little bit of a problem because you're not at the ruby level yet. So if they came in at the ruby level, that matrix payment would actually move up to the next person above you who had already purchased the ruby level. That's why you want to come in at the highest level that you can. And then as you're actually earning these contributions, you can use some of the contributions that you've earned to be to upgrade to a higher level and stay ahead of the team and maximize your leverage time and time and time again. So here's an example of what I mean. Let's say you were smart enough to be at the Ruby level. Okay. And then you went out and you found 3 other people. And I'm just going to show this to you. And let's say that one of these people you found, they're only at the $75 matrix level. That's all they actually did. So they actually found someone else who's at the $75 level, who found someone else who's at the $75 level. But this person actually had someone watch this webinar. And the person who watched this webinar said, man, I get it. You know, I want to stay ahead of what's going on. I don't want to miss out. So they started off at the Ruby level. They came in and bought all of the packages all the way through Ruby level to be all the way up at this $750 Ruby level. Well, when they did that, here's what the computer would say. It'd say, okay, we're going to send some stuff over to, you know, the unilevel, but we're going to also put this money into the matrices. And when we put the money into the matrices, we have to pay it out as such. Remember, the only other person in this whole line that's qualified at the Ruby level is you, right? You're the only other person. These people are not. So the first thing it says is, okay, we've got the gold matrix money. Who can we pay that out to? And it goes up and it looks at this person and says, are they qualified to be paid at the gold matrix level? Yes, they are, because they're at the gold level. So we'll pay the matrix money for the gold matrix level to the person right above them who sponsored them. But then it says, let's talk about platinum, pearl, amber, and ruby. Is this person qualified? Nope, they're only at gold. This person? Nope. This person? Nope. This person? You? Yeah. So all of them, those other payments, they go all the way up to you. Here's the truth. This is 4 levels down. You probably have no idea who this is, but when it pops up in your back office and it says you just got a platinum payment from you know, John Jones, you know, Crypto John or whatever, and you just got a pearl payment from Crypto John, an amber payment from Crypto John, a ruby payment from Crypto John, you're not going to say, I don't know who Crypto John is. I don't deserve these contributions. Right? You're going to understand that you put yourself in position. So that's the reward for being in position. So make sure you're staying ahead of your team. Now, final piece, and then I'm going to show you how it all works together, is this leadership top recruiter pool. This is it, man. No one else is doing this. No one else has this. This is the real deal. This is what people are truly excited about. Okay, we developed this leadership top recruiter pool because we wanted to attract and reward the best industry leaders on the entire planet. So each calendar month, the top 10 recruiters in Bitlocity will split a pool of Bitcoin funded. Listen to what I'm about to say. By every upgrade worldwide of $75 or higher. Okay, so they're getting a piece of everything that's happening in the entire world. Think about that for a moment and how attractive that's going to be to top leaders. Okay, here's how it works. Each upgrade from $75 to $100,000, right? We're going to actually have a $10 profit and promotion fee that's deducted from that upgrade. At one time, whether it's 75, whether it's 2,000, whether it's 5,000, whether it's 10,000, whether it's 100,000, it's just going to be $10. That's it. $10 profit and promotion fee. This is what we're doing with that $10. $5 will fund research and development so we can add new educational platforms and also new blockchain supported products and technologies that we're going to actually roll out as we move forward. It's going to actually fund support and infrastructure and future promotions that we can run. The other $5 though will fund the leadership top recruiter pool. Okay, so $5 of every upgrade from $75 to $100,000 worldwide will be placed into the leadership top recruiter pool. And each time that pool is paid, right? So we're going to pay it out to the top 10. The recruiting numbers are set back to 0, meaning each month everyone has an equal chance to be in the pool. What does that mean? It means if you are the #1 recruiter in our company in the month of February, as an example, and you recruit 400 people and you're the #1 recruiter in the month of February, on March the 1st, right? So we'll pay you out. We'll pay you out as the #1 recruiter. But on March the 1st, everybody's starting back off on a level playing field. Everybody's back to 0. You don't start off with a 400. So now when you recruit your first person on March the 1st, you got 401. So you've already left the right in the dust. We want to give everybody an opportunity to be able to be a part of this top 10 recruiter pool month after month after month. Now, if you're a superstar and you can keep doing that month over month, you deserve to be paid as the #1 recruiter every single month. But we also know we want to give people the opportunity that are coming to the company later to have a chance to to be in there as well. So this is how we actually divvied up that top 10 recruiter pool. We made sure that the first person, whoever number one was, we felt like they deserved a bigger share than everybody else. So number one is going to get 20% of that pool. Numbers 2 and 3 will get 15%. 4, 5, and 6 will get 10% of the pool, and 7, 8, 9, and 10 will get 5% of the pool. What will number 11 get? Number 11 will get very motivated to never miss the top 10 by one ever again. That's what they're going to get. So just understand, this is how we're actually divvying it out. So as an example, let's say that in a month, there are 10,000 upgrades that happen in a month. When you look at the numbers we're putting in right now, and that's probably a very small number, but let's just say there's just 10,000 upgrades that happen in 1 month between that $75,000 and $100,000 levels. Well, 10,000 upgrades, $5 per upgrade is going to go into this pool. That's $50,000 of Bitcoin in that one pool. $50,000 of Bitcoin in that one pool. So with the $50,000 of Bitcoin for that month in the pool, numbers 7 through 10, they're going to get an extra bonus of $2,500 Bitcoin. Remember, this is on top of everything else that they're earning from all the other things that I just showed you. This is just a bonus, right? Because they went out there and they bought extra value. They bought extra value, okay? Numbers 4 through 6, extra $5,000 worth of value. Numbers 2 and 3, $7,500 worth of Bitcoin. And number one will get a $10,000 Bitcoin bonus at the end of that month, for being able to go out there and be the number one recruiter. I want you to think about how powerful this is. Not only is this going to attract the best of the best, because remember, the people who can actually populate this pool, these are people who can go anywhere, right? They can go any company they want to, and they can do very well by basically building big teams of their own. But this is going to be the only place that they can go where by building a big team, not only can they actually get compensated for what's happening with their team and all the people they're building in their own little private communities, but they can also be compensated from what's happening from the growth of the company across the world. That is going to be very attractive. By the way, they're coming in here and they're competing to be in this top 10 recruiter pool. And while they're doing that, and they're bringing all of these additional people, using all their talents, all their skills, all their reach, right, to bring it on these people, they're fueling what's happening in our global infinity lines. Think about that. Every single person that joins, that they bring in, they at least have to come into the global infinity lines, right? So they're fueling everything that's happening in the global infinity lines. It's incredible. This is how we set people up so that, again, if you're not a top recruiter, if you're not a great recruiter, you're still benefiting from what the top recruiters are doing, because they're driving all the growth in the global infinity lines, which means you could be in position to get those $25 and $50, Bitcoin payments over and over and over and over again, while you're building up enough capital to start upgrading into the dual-sided leverage plan, et cetera, and while you're building up enough leverage to have a big enough story that you too could become a top recruiter, because now you've got this incredible story of success that's been created. So this whole engine is set up to drive itself over and over and over again, creating a lot of value. So let me just show you how this all works together, and then we're going to wrap up. Let's say, again, you're at the emerald level. Okay, so you're at the $2,000 emerald level. Here's what that would mean. It means you would have a position in the $25 and $50 global infinity line, because if you're at emerald, you went through bronze, silver, gold, and bronze and silver are where the infinity lines are. So you have those positions. It also means you probably have a pretty nice team going. So you'd be participating in the unilevel. So I just show this with you with 10, but you could have 10, 20, 30 frontline people in the unilevel. And it also means that you have all the way up to the emerald matrix. I'm only showing the emerald here, but you've got the sapphire matrix, ruby, amber, pearl, platinum, and gold matrix as well. And you're set up that if anybody is coming through your team, anywhere from bronze all the way up to emerald, you're not missing out. You are set up for all the leverage and all the contributions that can come in through there, depending on how they actually fall into place. So look at this example. Okay, let's say that you're up at the emerald level, and that's the $2,000 level that we just showed, and now people that you've referred, they are now ready to put in their $2,000 contributions to also come up to the emerald level. I want to show you how this all works together, and it becomes this beautiful, beautiful symphony of Bitcoin. It's just coming from all different directions and flowing into your wallet. And then we're going to wrap up here. So they're upgrading. So the first person says, okay, I'm going to put in my $2,000 of Bitcoin as a contribution, right? We're going to take $10 out for the profit and promotion fee. I already showed you that. That's $1,990 worth of Bitcoin that's going to be left over. right away what our system is going to do, it's going to take that 1990, it's going to split it, and it's going to send $995 of Bitcoin over to your unilevel, and $995 of Bitcoin over to your matrix. Remember, it's going to split it 50-50 every single time. So you take out the $10 for the P&P fee, and then it splits it 50-50. Half goes over to your unilevel, half into your matrix. So now let's take a look at this. This person comes, that's your first person. So they're going to go there in that position, and they're in here in this position. Guess what? You're earning that whole $995 over here. You're earning that whole $995 over here because it's your first position here as well. So you just made the entire $1990 worth of Bitcoin from that contribution. That's pretty powerful, right? Now, next person goes and they actually put their $2,000 contribution in, and $995 comes over here. You earn all of that is paid to you, and $995 comes over here. All of it is paid to you again. So you just earn that whole $1990. Third person. Okay. Now here's what you get. This is passed up to your sponsor. We already talked about why pass ups are great. Not going to do it again. This is passed up to your sponsor over here because it's the third position in your matrix, but this actually buys you a cycle and actually gives you a brand new matrix that you can start earning in over again. So now you got a brand new emerald matrix, and all of these spots are empty, wide open. So when the fourth person actually puts in their $2,000 contribution, you earn the whole thing here. And now they become, even though they're the fourth person doing it, they take up the first spot in your new matrix, right? So again, you earn the whole thing here. You just earn the whole 1990. Fifth person, the same thing. Whole thing here, whole thing here. But look at what the sixth person. Okay, when the sixth person, we're splitting it up 50-50. Over here, you're earning that entire 995. Okay, because this is not a pass up. You're earning the whole 95. Over here, it's your third position again in your matrix. So you're going to cycle again. And you guys can imagine as we run off the page, you open up a brand new matrix again. So the seventh person, eighth person, ninth person, et cetera, you can start to figure out how this works. This is so powerful. Remember, I'm only showing you what's happening here with the Emerald Matrix. At the same exact time, you've got other people who are just upgrading to gold, and other people who are just upgrading to Amber or Ruby. And all of these matrices are working simultaneously. That's why you can never keep track of it yourself on paper. We've got an incredible elite computer system that does all this for you in your back office. You can see all of these different contributions moving through all of your different matrices simultaneously. And it's sometimes the first position, sometimes the second, sometimes the third. Sometimes you're getting pass ups from people below, and it's all hitting your wallet instantly, peer to peer. It's amazing what's happening here. And this is why we know and we believe we're going to create more Bitcoin millionaires than any other program has ever done because of this incredible peer-to-peer system that we put together. So something for the little guy. Yes. $25 and $50 global infinity line. Nobody's ever had anything like this before, and we think we've succeeded there. Maximum leverage for the masses. Yes, you just saw that dual-sided maximum leverage plan in action, and you can see how powerful that is when you have all of these different sources of Bitcoin kind of flowing towards you. And then something for the leaders. Yeah, that leadership top recruiters pool, that's going to get the best of the best over here in this company. And remember, all of that recruiting that they're doing, they're driving all of this for the company. They deserve to be rewarded for that. You're going to be excited because even if you don't start off as a top recruiter, as they're driving this stuff for you and building your team and building your story, you're going to be able to push that story out across the airwaves. And eventually that's going to put you in that rarefied air of top recruiter as well. And you'll be benefited by earning a piece of everything that's happening throughout the entire company. So listen, what do you do now? Right? Get back to the person who invited you to take a look at this webinar and ask for their unique sign-up link. Okay, every time somebody signs up, we're giving them this link. They can send it out, they can text it out, they can email it out, do whatever they want to do. But you simply go in there, sign up, takes about 30 seconds, and then you're in. And right from there, you'll have a free position during our leadership pre-build, and you can start to develop your own team. All we have people doing right now is sending out, Bitlocity.io, so people can watch the video and their link. People are watching the video. They're signing up right away. They're sending out videos. Those people are signing up right away, and we're growing at lightning speed. We'll probably actually get to over 100,000 pre-registrants by the end of the year. So we're pretty excited about that because we believe that when we actually launch out towards, the beginning of next year, I'm telling you this, when we launch, we're going to have people that in the first day that we launch, they're going to earn tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars of Bitcoin, if not more. You could be one of them if you just get yourself in position right now. So listen, we want to set everyone up for their Crown Ambassador dream. So once you get started, we're going to start having these different seminars on Saturdays where we'll show you the strategy. So no matter where you're starting at, right? You got to start at, as my friend used to say, you got to get in where you fit in, right? No matter where you start at, we're going to show you how to work from there and how to actually get yourself up to Crown Ambassador to $100,000 level in a very short period of time, just by going out and executing upon that strategy. So, hey, Mark, you know, I love doing this because I get a lot of passion about being able to go out there and share this with people. I know there are a lot of people right now, Mark, around the world. You and I talk about this all the time. They are in desperate need of something real, something that could really impact their lives, really help them to help themselves, help their families, and help their communities. That's what we're offering here at Bitlocity. That's why I love talking about this. I'm glad we have so many people on from around the world. Hopefully they got the message tonight and they're willing to share it with others. Sir, with that said, Mark, I'm going to turn the call back to you.